Today I'm going out with my parents. So as you can see, I've already done my hair with my Dyson, and I'm going to be doing all my favourites today for my makeup. So anyway, I'm just going to clip my hair back, and we're just going to do, yeah, all the favourite things I like at the moment, all the favourite products that I've been using and liking. I've had quite a few new ones recently, but can't say that they're really gone into my favourites. Couple maybe, but not a whole lot. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. This is probably one of my favourites. It has taken a while to get used to, that's for sure. And I'll just get my hair out of the way here. So it has taken a while for me to get used to it, that's for sure. I forgot to wet my sponge, bugger. Okay, I'm just going to give it a quick wet with my water bottle. Yeah, so anyway, it has taken a bit to get used to it and figure out what's the best way to use it. But it is slowly becoming, yeah, it's one of my favourites at the moment, put it that way. Whether I keep using it, I don't know. But anyway, so that's the NYX Thick It Stick It eyebrow. Yeah, my hands are wet. Okay, so, okay. So I'm going to start with my eyebrows. And I'm finding if, you know, you really need to, see, look at this. You really need to really sort of take the excess product off. For me, anyway. You might find it's fine, but okay, now I always start in the middle and work my way out and then to the front. And just very, very light hand. That's it. Okay, so this side, start in the middle. My hair's, I think my eyebrow doesn't droop as much on this side, so my hair gets in the way. Okay, start in the middle, work my way out, and then come to the front. This one I have a little bit of trouble with because I like to try and fill in those hairs a bit more at the front. Okay. And, you know, you can go in with a pencil after if you really wanted to. And, okay. All right, that'll do. I'm going to perfect them after anyway, so that's fine. So that's the NYX Thick It Stick It. Okay, let's go on to eyeshadow. Okay, now this is something I bought from Temu. It's a eye primer. So, look, it's a really weird brand name, Averil maybe, I don't know. Anyway, quite sort of easy to find when I put in. I'll just grab my mirror again, sorry guys. Okay, just very, very little is all you need. It does definitely spread out a lot. Okay. And trying not to get it into my eyelashes. And that was probably even too much. Anyway, it will dry and I might get my sponge and just give it a bit of a wipe over. So, yep, try and start on your lid and then work your way up so that you don't end up with too much in your eyebrows or anything. Okay, now I'm just going to give it a quick... that sponge hasn't... Anyway, that's fine. Okay, just give it... Now that just... If you'll see in a minute, that just really helps spread it around, diffuse it a little bit. This one I definitely had too much on, and it's on my brows a little bit. But anyway, that's fine. Oh, not my brows, my lashes, but that's okay. I'll just give them a brush. I've got a bit of a rogue one here this time. But I'm due to get them done again this week, so that's okay. Okay, so that is just the primer. Now that just helps give you uniform colour to your eyelids and that sort of stuff. Just gives you a canvas to work from. Just makes things so much better. Okay, now I'm going to go into my favourite eyeshadow, and it's an old one, but I really love it. It's very simple to use, and yeah, I just can't go past it. It's a designer brand. It's called something. I can't see, but anyway, as you can see, it's browns and a green and like a dark blue. Yeah, and a couple of transition shades. So very, very easy to use, which is great. Okay, now I've sort of already done the primer, but sometimes we just want to use a very light colour just to sort of set it. So I'm just going to set that on my eyes first. And then we'll go on to, okay, so now I'm going to use a transition colour, which is this middle colour. Now these are matte colours, typically for transition colours. We don't want shimmers or anything. We don't really want anything above the crease that is a shimmer. So we just want, and we'll just get it in that corner, and that we just want a transition shade. And you can already see how that is making a difference. Okay, so let's just use this one. Now hold your brush right at the back. Just do some swirls around your eye, in that crease and in that corner. But we are going to darken that corner. And if you want, just once you've sort of diffused it all, you can bring it up to the top a little bit. Give it that little wash of colour at the top. See, there you go, guys. That doesn't take much. Okay, now I'm going to change my brush because that was a fluffy brush. Now we want a more defined sort of a brush, more heavier brush to go into the sides. Okay, today I really like the green in this palette. I don't normally wear green, but I really love this green, so it really goes well. So I'm using that dense brush, and we're just going to put it in this corner and just take it up. Hi.
I'll leave it here.
All right, thank you. See ya. My daughter bringing me a coffee. What a nice daughter. Okay, and this side, just in that corner. And we'll go back in with the fluffy brush. So I might just quickly go and race and get my coffee. I'll be back. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, got my coffee from my daughter. Okay, normally I go to McDonald's, but because McDonald's have decaf, but I really felt like a full strength coffee today. Might be a mistake, but anyway, that's fine. Taylor's going away tomorrow, so it doesn't matter too much if I don't sleep too well tonight. Okay, so that was that, and I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush now and just diffuse everything and just take away any, you know, sharp edges. And just diffuse it, work in rather than out and around. And as you can see, that really gives definition to your eyes. And I typically normally do my eyes first. That way, if there's any fallout or, you know, I can clean them up. Okay, anyway, just probably talking a bit too much this morning, aren't I? Well, I probably talk too much anyway. Okay, so now I'm going in with an even smaller, denser brush, and I'm going to put on the shimmer. So I'm going to go for this, it's a very light, it's a strange colour. It's sort of a goldy, but it does have a little bit of a green hint to it. So anyway, I'm going to be using that one, and that is going to be my shimmer colour on my lid. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just going onto the lid, no higher than the lid, and into that corner of your eye. Now see the difference? See the difference? Just that little bit of shimmer on the corner of your eye makes a big difference. Okay, into the corner and bring it out to about halfway on your lid. And then a little bit in that corner. Just what you've got left. Doesn't have to be spectacular, and we still do have to put our concealer on anyway. Okay, so that's the eyes now. I know they don't look fantastic right at the moment, but I'm going to be cleaning them up once we put the rest of our face on. Yeah, it'll all go well together. So, you know, and you can go back in with your fluffy brush if you like, and just, you know, bring it all together. Especially those two. If you feel like there's any harsh lines, just take your fluffy brush and, yeah, just diffuse everything out. Okay, guys, I'm just going to have a bit of coffee. Oh, gosh. Trust me, now I've got it on my top. I'll have to... Oh, that's all right. It's fine. Always something, isn't there? Actually, I'm going to grab this again because it's going all over my desk. I don't know what's happening with this coffee. Okay, so that was the Designer Brands eyeshadow palette. Very easy, very simple. As you can see, gives definition in the corner or in the outer part of your eye there, and that's what we need to give that definition. Okay. So that's that. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to a primer for our face. Pardon me. Okay, so this is probably one of my favourites. I've used this for many years now. It's, sorry, this way. Napoleon Purtis, and it's called Auto Palette Pre-Foundation Skin Primer. And, you know, I've bought a couple of shiny ones, mattifying ones, but I always tend to go back to this one. So I do have quite a few at the moment. So and this, as you can see, we're nearly out. So it really, I haven't got a lot left, but anyway. I probably won't buy any for a while. I've got a few others to use up at the moment. So, and that just really, I need to just press it in. And that just smooths out the face. Just gives you a good canvas to work from. So I really love that, Napoleon Purtis. Okay, now I'm going to go on to my favourite foundation at the moment. And I am really liking this one. It is just a... I do have one that's more of a, you know, brand name. Well, they're both brand names, but I do like the YSL All Hours. That is very good if you want full coverage. Today I'm not looking for full coverage matte. I'm just looking for something shiny and nice. And this is quite affordable, the Revlon Colour Stay. And honestly, sometimes you can get this at the supermarket. So very reasonably priced. Sometimes they have it out half price or a percentage off. Yeah, quite reasonable. I can't remember exactly, $20 maybe. And yeah, it's really good. I really like it. It's my favourite at the moment, and very reasonably priced. Just quickly have some coffee. Oh, this coffee is going everywhere. That's really annoying. I knew I shouldn't get dressed first. in my well, in my clothes I'm going out in anyway. They're not super good, but anyway, I've had them for a while. I get used to favourites and like them. Anyway, I've put some on my sponge. I probably shouldn't have done that, but anyway, we can put it on our hand. Start off with a little bit on the sponge, and yeah. So, and that is the Revlon Longwear Makeup 24 hours, and this just gives a beautiful glow. Let me just grab my mirror, grab a little bit more on my sponge. Yep, and this is just really good. Okay, try to more just dot it in, dot it on your face, take it a little bit down, and this is just a really good colour for me. Okay, and as you can see, it's not a full coverage. I would say it's probably a medium coverage. I actually still have a little bit left, so I might be able to just around the nose area, just give it that little bit more. We will still be putting concealer on, try and cover up that spot that I have, sunspot, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to go back to my brows because I'm just going to give them a little bit of a fluff up now that they're set properly. And yeah, so this just, if you've got too much colour, that they're looking too dark. I'm not really into really dark. So I just like to fluff them up a little bit once I've done them, and diffuse them if I need to, and just yeah, get them in place where I want them. If I don't really want them to be that laminated look, I will run my brush along my spoolie and just yeah, which I don't really want them today laminated that much, so, or the look of lamination I should say. Okay, so now we're going to go on to what are we going to go on to next? I think we're going to go on to some bronzer. Okay, so this is my favourite bronzer at the moment, and that's just a Nutrimatics bronzer. And let me just grab my brush, and I use an angled brush for this, quite a large brush. It's quite dense. I don't typically use a contour. I haven't actually tried a contour shade, which is normally a cooler tone shade. I just normally use my bronzer to contour, and that's quite acceptable. I mean, makeup doesn't have any rules. You can use it how you like and put it where you like. I tend to typically keep my products this side on my face, this side of my eye. I don't typically, put them too far in for my shape. It just doesn't look that good. So, okay, let's just go down here, do a bit of sculpting. Need all the help I can get with the jowls. Let's just do a little bit of sculpting around the neck. And back to this side, and I typically swap my brush this way and then turn it around and swap this way. So I'm putting the large part at the top, at the back, and that's where we typically want to start, is at the back here, because this is where we want most of the product to be, and then just diffusing it out. And these are just powder products. I'm I haven't actually tried well, I have tried using a cream. It was actually a foundation, a darker foundation to use as a bronzer. It's a cream, and that you can do that too. Typically too, I use lipstick sometimes for my cheeks. That's quite acceptable to use different things. Sometimes I use my bronzer in my eyes, on my eyelids, just if I want a little bit of a wash of a colour. I don't want to have to actually do my whole eyeshadow. And yeah, that's looking really pretty. Very pretty. Very nice. Okay, so that's my favourite bronzer at the moment. Next, we're going on to my favourite blush, which at the moment is the Inglot. An Inglot blush, which is quite peachy. So this is it. This quite peachy sort of looking, pinky peachy. It's probably not coming across as very peachy on camera, but it is a little bit peachy. Now, I have been using this. That was the Inglot Sunlight Stick Blush, it says. Okay, so I have been using a brush with this. I find it doesn't swipe too well, but with a brush, I love it. So I just typically take a little bit on my brush, and this way I can control how much to use as well. And we just want to put it just overlapping that little bit over my bronzer. And this side just overlapping a little bit on my bronzer. Okay. And what I'm really loving about this blush is the fact that it's got that little bit of shine to it. I'm not sure if you can see. I mean, obviously the oh gosh, I can't even think at the moment. Oh my God, I just can't think. Honestly, this is terrible. My foundation. Obviously, that's got a little bit of shine to it as well, but I'm not sure if you can see the blush. That just gives a beautiful shine. And with the brush, it's really good. We can control it. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go on to my concealer. Now, this has been my favourite at the moment, and it's the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. Now, this is a touch too light, I would say, for me. So you don't need a lot. Really, you don't need a lot. It's got a big doe foot applicator, but you really need so little that I just really wipe it off. And okay, now here's where we're going to bring the eyeshadow, everything together. We're going to use our concealer. So we're going to start here, hold it up there, because we want to bring that out. That line that we get under our on our chin. Some people put it in here. I'm going to put it on the tip of my nose, up here, and we're going to go in here, obviously. And we don't need a lot because it really goes a long way. And this is where we're going to clean everything up with the eyeshadow and put it here, put it here. And give that lift that we need for our eyes. Okay, this is going to bring it all together, guys. As you'll see, going back with my sponge and into the bottom here, diffusing it out. It is quite light, so I'm just doing a little bit, diffusing it. If you think it's too much, go back in with your sponge. If you think that's too bright, and just find a bit on your sponge and remove a little bit. Okay, let's go into the eyes now. I typically use the tip of the sponge, run it down the side of your nose, under your eyes. Okay, run it down the side of my nose. Now, I've never tried contouring my nose. That's something else that you could do if you really wanted to make it look a bit smaller. Here we go. Here's that swipe. Swipe up. Swipe up. We want everything to look lifted. So can we see the difference there, guys? That side to that side. Okay. Swipe up. Swipe up. Cleans up all your eyeshadow and gives that good lift. Just exactly what we want. Okay. Now, we're looking very bright. Okay. So how's that looking, guys? It definitely takes away those dark circles under my eyes, doesn't it? Brings them out a little bit more, and yeah. Okay, now if you feel like that's a bit too bright, you can always go in and just put a little bit more bronzer around your face, possibly, to give it, if you don't think it's too much. Obviously, you can tap in with your hands if you want to bring that down a little bit. If you feel like it's looking a bit too much, diffuse it out that little bit. And I think I'm just going to go back in with my bronzer on the bottom here. Just get my brush again and just contour that chin. Okay. Okay, guys, now we're going to go on to some highlight. Now, I don't always use or put highlight on, but as it's an important day today, taking my parents out, I'm going to put some highlighter on, back with some coffee. And hope I don't get it everywhere. It's going everywhere. So annoying. Okay, so a highlight. Okay, so I'm going to just grab one of my small fluffy brushes, and this is my favourite highlighter palette, and that's just again, just a designer brand, very cheap from the chemist. You know, you really don't have to spend a whole heap on makeup if you don't want to. There's some very, very good products out there that you can use. Anyway, I'm going in with, I think it's called Moonlight. This is the Moonlight. This is the Moonlight colour. So, I'm going to go in with that and just give a little dusting. I don't think we need a lot. We actually have already some shine, and just a tiny bit, not a lot. We don't need a lot. Just, can you see that beautiful shine? Compared to this side, we have a little shine, but that just gives that little bit more. It's lovely, just, and always try and keep your highlighter away from your contour. Otherwise, it goes a bit of a grey colour. Not a good look. Okay, can you see that shine, guys? Just looks lovely, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so guys, we're just about at the end here, and I'm just going to give a quick spray. I'm just going to show you my favourite spray at the moment, and that is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. So this is just a finishing spray. Let's just hold it up, and I try and keep it quite away because this is a bit fierce, this one. Shut the eyes, give a bit of a spray, and this also gives a shine to your face. So get my hair down, or let's just have a look in the mirror. I'll just give it a bit of a fan. I don't have a fan, so I'm just going to use my mirror, fan it off. Okay, all right, guys, we're nearly at the end. I'm just going to show you my lip liner, which is a Lancome, very basic lip liner. Let's do our lips. And this is like a real plummy sort of a colour. Sometimes I put it over all of my lips first to keep that colour. Haven't always found a great lipstick that stays on. I'm just going to grab my favourite. It's actually in my handbag, which is just here. So you can probably tell it's my favourite because it stays in my handbag all the time. So this is my favourite. I'll just get rid of my handbag. Hey guys, look, made my bed today. Woohoo! Okay. All right, and this is the Maybelline Superstay. And this, yeah, I find this really good. I have gone back and got another one, which is a bit more of a berry shade, I suppose you could say, whereas I would say this is more of a nude. I really love this nude colour. I don't actually know the colour of this one. I have no idea. Anyway. Okay, guys, I'll put this on and we are done. And this will go back in my handbag to take with me today. Looking nice. Okay, guys, I better run. My parents should be here soon, driving their brand new car, which is nice. Obviously, I don't do mascara because which I could do. I could do my bottoms, but I don't tend to. I feel like doing the bottoms of my eyelashes. I feel like it makes me look tired, so I typically don't do the bottoms of my eyelashes. And obviously I get my eyelashes filled in, so I don't have to worry about mascara. And honestly, I'm terrible at mascara anyway. It just ends up everywhere. So anyway, guys, I think that's looking really lovely. Very pretty today. Take my hair out, which I already did my hair today, so I'll take that out and give it a bit of a fluff up. Anyway, guys, time to go out for lunch soon and to a birthday party with my parents, so yeah, looking really great. Thanks for looking. Thanks for watching. Bye.